Alright, hey everybody, this is Michael from Crane Painting in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I've been meaning to make this video for a really long time, and I've got some footage of us using the remote pot that I'll put up as well. Um, but trying to do it myself didn't work out so well, so I got my awesome son Cyrus here today.
Hello.
Say hi. There you go. Helping me out with some camera work. So um, I wanted to go over real quickly. A lot of people have heard of the Precision 5, and a lot of people have heard about the remote pot as well. When I first heard about it, I was like, remote pot, that sounds kind of difficult. It's actually not. It's really simple, actually. So I wanted to go through that here today. What we have right here is the Apollo Precision 5 turbine. Here's our on and off switch. Here's our pressure for the turbine. Up here we have the compressor, which has a quick connect that goes to your 2-quart pressure pot setup. Here's your gauges and everything like that. Now when we do this, one thing that I will tell you is make sure that you test it first with water. Thank you, John, for that little tip. I haven't gotten everything clean from the last... I haven't broken everything down yet, so my gun's a little dirty, but when I first did this, I didn't check the fittings before. You know, I tightened everything up, but I didn't check the fittings on the hose themselves. So when I tried this, I tried it with water first out here in the shop, and water sprayed everywhere. It was kind of funny, but thankfully it wasn't, you know, any kind of product. So definitely test it out to check it out before you go ahead and, you know, do this in a client's house. So I do have this about half full with water right now. The benefit of this is that you don't have to fill it up as much. So when we're doing 60 or 80 or however many doors, we don't have to continually fill this up all the time. That's a huge benefit. The other one is that you have the turbine hose right here, but it's really easier to use. It's easier to get in boxes. And it's less heavy on the hand than, let's say, our PPS system 1-quart that we use continuously. It does wear your arm down quite a bit. So just to go over some quick basics. One, you want to have a thick gauge. I can't remember what gauge this is, but this is not a light duty extension cord. And the company does recommend that. The first thing that we're going to do is we've got our water in here. We're going to go ahead and make sure that the pressure is all the way open. Maybe we'll have to edit this part out because I can't put a cap on straight, Cyrus. There we go. Okay, we want to make sure this is nice and tight with whatever you've got in there. Okay. From there, we're going to go ahead. Whoops. And we're going to connect this to the pressure pot. Okay. Now, Cyrus, if you stand up and then come on over so they can see the top of it real quick. Go on down. There you go. All right. So here's the compressor setup that they have. Is they sell this as a separate part. If you already have a turbine, you can hook this up to, I think maybe everything. I'm not sure though. I'll have to check with them on that. Here's the compressor. It's really simple. One switch right there. It's not plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and plug them both in right now. Alright. So that is off. This is on. Alright, so I've tightened all my fittings and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and take this right here off to give it a little prime. So we typically spray with General Finishes Enduro Poly. We usually prime with Bin. They're very thin fluids. So the great thing about this is you can spray whatever you want. You can spray lacquers. You can spray GF. You can spray Chemaqua. You can spray thicker body fluids like Blessy. I've sprayed the fine paints of Europe out of this. I haven't gotten that perfected yet. but for the thicker coatings, this has enough power to do that. So we have this set up. I'm going to turn this on, and we're just gonna, if you look right here, Cyrus, you see how this is going up by increments. And so for this fluid, what we usually do is we go ahead and get it just about to 10 or thereabouts. Okay, so once this hits pressure, this will turn off. All right, so let me grab a grab a bowl real quick. So we're doing this before we turn the turbine on. And what's going to happen is we're going to spray. It's kind of like an airless, as for priming, sort of. But we want to go until those air bubbles come out and all of the air is out of the line. At least I do. And you can hear that compressor kicking on and off. And that's just making sure that it's, still got everything going. All right, and then once we're sure that it's nice and primed up, I still gotta fix this gun. Whoop. We are gonna go ahead and once you've got that hooked on, you go ahead and you put on your turbine hose as well. Turn your turbine on. So we've got the 7700 on here right now, and it has this overspray control. So we got to open that up all the way for this. Can you see that? And we go from there. So I neglected to see that I still had it set up for my PPS system. So let's ignore that part. On this, if you're not using the bottom cup or the this remote pot setup, there's actually a blanking screw right there. It's just a screw. It's standard sized, and it just goes in there to fill that hole. But that's about it. I don't know. Can you think of anything else, buddy?
No.
All right, fair enough. Anyways, if you haven't already liked, subscribe to the channel, go ahead. We're going to try to put out little handy tips and things like that with the stuff that we use. So thank you guys very much, and I hope you have a great day. That's about it, buddy. You can stop recording.